Carrie Alexander Lahusky. Welcome to Pam Smith Arena on the campus of Wittenberg University for tonight's North Coast Athletic Conference Women's Volleyball Tournament Championship match between the second-seeded Denison University Big Red and your top-seeded Wittenberg Tigers. The NCAA and the NCAC promotes good sportsmanship by student-athletes, coaches, and spectators. We request your cooperation by supporting the participants and officials in a positive manner. Profanity, racial or sexist comments, or other intimidating actions directed at officials, student-athletes, coaches, or team representatives will not be tolerated and are grounds for removal from the site of competition. Also, the consumption or possession of alcoholic beverages is strictly prohibited. The NCAA and the NCAC thank you for your cooperation. And ladies and gentlemen, we live in a wonderful country that offers freedoms like no other. At this time, we ask that you please stand. Gentlemen, kindly remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem.
And it is an incredible day here inside of Pam Smith Arena as the Wittenberg Tigers take on the Denison Big Red. Sam Monachino on the call alongside my partner, JJ Weissenberger, and we are absolutely honored to bring you today's matchup. And for the NCAC conference title, the #1 seeded Wittenberg Tigers facing off against probably their biggest rival in conference, JJ, the Denison Big Red. This is a game that is being replayed after last week's victory for Wittenberg that clinched them the NCAC title. The game went 5 sets, and the Tigers were able to claim victory with a last-second win. JJ, obviously, excitement, all of the anticipation that comes with a game like today, but how do you feel about this game and just the excitement around the entire thing?
Yeah, I am obviously very pumped to be able to be on the call for this one. This has got everything you could want for a championship game. You've got the star power on both sides. You've got 2 really good coaching staffs. You've got 2 really good fan bases. This has got everything, the recipe for a great game, and I'm just very pumped to be able to call it. I mean, the star power on both sides is what stands out for me. You've got the NCAC Player of the Year, you've got the Libero of the Year, you've got the coaching staff of the year, the 2 top teams in conference. I mean, this is what this whole year has been building up to, and then it should be a battle from start to finish. And like you said, last week was an exhilarating game. Went all the way to 5. Denison controlled it early. Wittenberg battled back and was able to take it by 2 points in the 5th and final set. So it should be a very fun and exciting matchup here today.
Absolutely. And speaking of that star power, let's get into the starting lineups. They're currently being introduced over there on the court. So at the libero spot for the Denison Big Red, you have the libero of the year, #1, Jenna Correo. Then you have #2, Sydney Gossard, #7, Kelly McCaskey, #8, Sophie Tite, #11, Natalie Huttress, number 19, Kaylee Johns, and as JJ mentioned, the one in the middle, number 16, NCAC Player of the Year, Lucy Anderson. And obviously, the defensive game plan has to start with stopping Anderson today, JJ.
Yeah, it's really you've got to key on where she is, when she is going to be attacking that net, because she is a very big and powerful hitter, and it's going to be pivotal for the Tigers to be able to stop her if they want to get control of this game early.
Absolutely, and now JJ will introduce the Wittenberg starters.
Starting off with number 1, Allie White. Number 3, first team all-conference, Mac Ricketts. Number 4, Olivia Folick. Number 9, first team all-conference, Tyler Linkart. 18, Katie Heastand, first team all-conference. And a second team all-conference, Kendall Robertson. And then to finish it off, the libero for this squad, number 25, Ava Hampton.
And obviously, you can't leave out the staffs. The NCAC Staff of the Year for the Wittenberg Tigers, and then of Coach Carter Castle leading Denison into his 6th season with assistant coaches Jasmine Brown and Lindsay Brewer. The game is ready to go here, ladies and gentlemen, for the NCAC Championship. The girls are getting ready and warmed up. The starting lineups will be taking the court, and me and JJ cannot wait to bring it to you.
You can just really feel the energy in this building for both teams. I mean, when the music was just playing there a second ago, the teams were shaking hands. I got goosebumps just sitting here, really just that excited to be able to see this game. It's got, like I said, everything you could want for a championship game, and it's going to be really fun to see how it plays out here in Pam Evans Smith Arena.
So me and JJ are usually really big into the uniform matchups, obviously, and as you can tell on the court, not much to really compare, as they are pretty much the exact same. Both teams rocking the white tops with black shorts, red numbers. The only difference is Denison rocks the long sleeves. Meanwhile, the Tigers rocking the short sleeves. You're going to have the substitution of Olivia Follick checking out, and Allie White checks in, the defensive specialist freshman who's been a huge standout this whole year, JJ.
Yeah, she's been absolutely incredible. For her first ever year as a college athlete, she has done everything you could have asked for and more. I mean, she stands out from the attacking side of things, her ability to receive serves, receives big hits, her ability to serve, but her defensive ability, like I said, just to receive those passes. She has done everything right, and she's been such a key piece to the success of this number 11 overall team in the country in your Wittenberg Tigers.
And now to get things started, libero of the year, number 1, Jenna Correo. Denison starts. The Wittenberg bench is fired up, and the ball is put into play, and that one is going to fall. So an ace to start the game for the Denison Big Red, and that is exactly how Coach Castle probably drew it up.
Yeah, and you can just really see the skill on that serve. The movement in the air, that thing looked like it was going to fly completely out of bounds, but it was able to drop in that far right corner. She'll send it away again.
Good play there by Hampton Ricketts. Ball hit back. Ricketts going to set it back to K-Rob. K-Rob's going to send it over into the back line. Good play by McCaskey. Ball set up, trying to kill it, but Allie White is there. Ricketts going to knock it over, and that's there. Mac Ricketts. And I'll tell you what, JJ, me and you were talking about it. Number 16, Lucy Anderson, Denison's MVP and the NCAC Player of the Year, is an incredible player. But if there's one player who probably was competing for that Player of the Year, it's Mac Ricketts right there.
Yeah, she is very special. We've talked about, what a really good serve there from Robertson. Linkart gets the other over to Heastand, tries to go soft. Somehow the Tigers keep it up. Allie White will send it over, but the point will go to the Big Red. But yeah, Mac Ricketts is such a special player, and her ability to pass is just out of this world. And, our nickname throughout the year for her, Magic Ricketts, yes, comparing her to Magic Johnson, still fits. What she's able to do and manipulate with the ball is just so impressive. You do not see that type of skill on an everyday basis. She is a very special player.
Alice Kemp checking in now for the Big Red, and she is going to deliver the serve over to Heastand, one of the Tigers' obvious stalwarts. Follick's going to get it to fall. Right there, Olivia Follick, the freshman out of Vandalia, Ohio, coming in and contributing early.
Yeah, just a really good pass and a really good setup and timing on the running spike there. Able to find it. We are tied up at 2, and it right on cue. We talk about Ricketts and her ability, and she has a beautiful serve that throws off the defense of Denison, and it goes off her, the Denison defender, for an ace. Tigers take the lead here early.
Ricketts delivers her next serve over to the back corner to McCaskey, able to field that one. That ball is going to be played Heastan, kill attempt down. That one's going to be a kill. 4-2. Katie Heastan gets on the board, and the Tigers take a 4-2 lead. Mac Ricketts continuing her serve.
Yeah, Heastan had a very impressive game earlier as the Tigers took down Hiram 3-0 to advance to this championship game, and she is continuing her tear in this to start this game.
Johns' kill attempt proves to be non-effective, but Tyler Linkhart's does.
And there's the dual-headed dragon of Linkhart and Heastan. They are just so hard to stop. You look at, we talk about Lucy Anderson, but the thing that makes Wittenberg so special is their ability, their outside hitters, their substitutes. Everyone is so talented on the hitting level, and we're seeing it here early.
Anderson misplays that one a little bit, something you don't usually see from the player of the year. Tyler Linkhart kills that one off of the arms of Natalie Huttress. Tigers extend their lead to 4. 6-2 now is your score.
Ricketts still on the serve for your Tigers. She will send it over. A nice floating ball. Pass to Anderson, and she'll gear back, and that'll go out of bounds. Dennison falling behind 5 here early, not able to really get in a rhythm. See a couple of mistakes early from Lucy Anderson. Not one to expect from her.
Ricketts gears up for her 5th serve in a row. Ball played. Huttress tries to kill it. Great dig right there from White, but it's going to fall out. So Dennison able to stop the bleeding there a little bit.
It's a much needed point right there on that one. Wittenberg really started to take control, get into a rhythm. You could feel the energy. I know it's set 1 and it's a long game, but you could just feel that energy really shifting towards Wittenberg. That is a big point here early to stay within striking distance.
Sadie Habib sends it over to Ava Hampton in the back line. Ricketts gonna bump it up to Linkhart. Linkhart tries to kill it. Habib in the back line, able to play it. Ball set over to McCaskey. McCaskey's gonna hit it over to Hampton. Ricketts, Heastan. Good job staying out of the net right there from Heastan. Dennison still being able to play. A block attempt down. Heastan able to give the Tigers the 8-3 lead, and she is rewarded with a service attempt. Allie White checks out. Hannah Schartz checking in.
That is one of my favorite plays in all of volleyball. A big block in a big game. You could just, the feeling behind it, the team's emotion and energy is just so much fun. Dennison receives. This one will be a free ball for the Tigers. Ricketts now with the pass middle, and that one will be sent over. Dennison able to get a finger on it, and that'll go. A beautiful play there from Dennison as they are able to just get a very manipulated, and they just were able to put that touch behind them. Tigers were not ready for it. Hampton makes a play on it, but was just a little too far away from it.
I want to say that was Sophie Tite right there with the great heads-up play. Lucy Anderson's going to send it over for the serve. 8-4 is your score. Tigers lead. That one falls. Tyler Linkhart. You can do it with power or you can do it with finesse. Good job taking a little bit off of it on that one. Kendall Robertson checking into that front line of the Tigers offense now. And it's going to be Ava Hampton, the libero, who delivers serve. That's going to go to the back. Good power on that one. Dennison in system. McCaskey, that one's going to be a kill for McCaskey.
Yeah, McCaskey having a good start to this game, as we talked about. Anderson not able to find anything early, so they've kind of turned to McCaskey on this close side, outside hitting spot, and she has delivered and gotten Dennison back within 4. Sophia Tite will send this one away. Good serve. Hampton receives to Ricketts, to Robertson, and a beautiful set of quick passes. And that's what makes this Wittenberg offense so dangerous, the speed and efficiency that they are able to move. I mean, you saw that serve go. Hampton immediately gets it. Ricketts is right there, and she just puts it right to where Robertson likes it, and she's able to put it down in about 3 seconds. That set of passes happened.
Having that versatility as an offense is so important. Callahan's serve goes over. McCaskey again with the kill attempt. Good job right there from Heastan, able to dig it. Schartz puts it over. Dennison able to hold serve. McCaskey kill attempt again. Blocked down from Ricketts and Kendall Robertson.
And I believe it was Ricketts who got her hand on it first, but you just said the word versatility. Versatility, her ability to do everything on this court is just what stands her out from everyone.
Cam back there to deliver another serve. She does. That's going to be played. Kill attempt down. Good job by Heastan, able to get the ball up in the air. Schartz tipping it over. Good job right there from Habib, able to keep it up. McCaskey kill attempt again. That one is going to fall, but that is going to be off the Wittenberg defense. So as you mentioned, JJ, it really is the play of Kelly McCaskey right now that is keeping this Denison offense in rhythm.
And she will go back and serve for this Big Red. An honorable mention all-conference player, just another one of those big names in this game. And she is showing it early. Oh, and a beautiful serve, just grazes the net, but still goes over. Pass over to Schartz, she'll gear back. Big Red able to corral it. That pass over to be a soft touch, but Schartz is there. Ricketts will just send it over. Big Red do a good job of keeping it up. Easthand once again to Ricketts. Roberts in the middle. A little bit of a missed time, but we're seeing some phenomenal digs from both teams. Another block, but it'll go out of bounds. Denison within 4 once again.
This is exactly what happened in that game number 1 just last week to decide who was going to win the NCAC. Both teams had such great back and forth volleys, and it really were some momentum shifting plays. That one's going to fall out though, and that is things you can't afford, JJ, in these tight games where the teams are so evenly matched. Those unforced errors are things that can really come back and bite you. McCaskey's serve right there after playing a really great start to this game gives the Tigers their 5-point advantage back, and Allie White is going to be checking in. White delivers to the back line, and that one is going to go off the arms of McCaskey. So that's an ace right there for Allie White. And if you're keeping count, the Tigers currently lead aces 2-1.
Yeah, what an incredible serve there. And the serving so far has made Denison really uncomfortable. You see they're not able to get some of the touches they've won. You can just tell by the way it comes off of them. And it's led to some free balls for Wittenberg. Just like that, Robertson gets into her rhythm and her spot, and she's able to send it down. And that will force a Denison timeout here early as Wittenberg takes a 14-7 lead here in the first set.
We go into the timeout break. Thank you so much for watching the Tiger Sports Network. Wittenberg leads 14-7. We'll be right back on the Tiger Sports Network. Back now on the Tiger Sports Network. Tigers lead 14-7 over the Denison Big Red, and Allie White is going to start things off serving for the Tigers.
White sends it away. The Big Red will receive once again. A little bit of a heavy touch, but a big kill right there from number 2, Sydney Gossard. And you can just really see the power behind that one. A beautiful pass off of probably not a good of a touch that Jenna Carrero wanted on that serve. But she is still able to get it into the arms of Gossard, and she sends that one down for a big Denison point out of the timeout.
Carrero sends that serve, and that one goes out. So right there, you see it again, JJ. Denison makes a great play to really maybe cut into that Wittenberg lead, and then a personal error, an unforced error, I should say, is the one that gives the Tigers back possession. Reagan Kane now in for the serve. Kane gonna deliver. Good job right there, getting Denison a little bit out of system, but I'll tell you what, when you feed the player of the year, stuff like that happens. 15-9, Denison
and
trails.
What just really stood out to me there was her arm span. I mean, it looked like she mistimed that jump by a long shot, but her ability to float in the air, keep that arm up, and still is able to hit it with that force and power and that accuracy just makes it that much harder to defend, because in a normal player, you think that's going to be a bad touch. You're expecting it to go somewhere it's not, and she is able to put it in a very good spot. Heathstand sends it over. Carrera, the pass to Anderson, and she's going to get back-to-back points now as the Denison Big Red get within 5 once again.
Well, no, and you mentioned it, JJ, the ability of her to impact the game, right? The offense flows through her, and everyone knows it, but she has so much power behind those kill attempts that it almost beats any good defense if you don't play the ball perfectly right. Heastan able to receive. Heastan's going to get a kill attempt down. White's going to knock it back. Hampton puts it in a good spot. Heastan with a kill attempt. Going to be saved. They're going to have to just hit it over. Tigers with a good opportunity. Ricketts going to try the behind the back. But Dennison was waiting. Good block attempt. What is happening up at the net right now, JJ? A great volley going on between these two. Ricketts over to Heastan again, blocked at the net. This front line play from both teams is incredible. Finally gets back, but the libero of the year is there, Correo. That one's going to be hit over. Dennison in system. Allie White, one of these incredible volleys we've talked about. Ball's going to be hit across the court and still able to hold serve. Ball's going to be killed. White able to get under it. Ricketts. Hampton's going to hit it back. Dennison with a chance to pull within 4, and they do.
What an absolutely incredible volley, but I want to go back to a play. I know Dennison received the point, but Olivia Folick challenged the NCAC Player of the Year, 6'2" senior at the net and won with a massive block by herself. Just Folick was at the net to meet her there, and what just an incredible display of frontline play from both teams there. We saw a horde of blocks and a lot of good digs. Folick now will send that one. That one will hit the ceiling. Somehow Dennison able to read it. Can they get it over? No, they cannot. But once again, Olivia Folick making an impact in this game early.
16-11 is the score. And I mean, you just got to give her so much credit right now. JJ, a freshman coming in and playing in a huge role against, across the NCAC Player of the Year to be able to hold that position down. Linkhart, great block attempt. 17-11 now, and Tyler Linkhart. There's only so much you can say about a player of her caliber, JJ.
She is so impressive, and she's got everything you can want for an outside hitter. The jumping ability, the ability to float in the air, the power, the IQ awareness to use her power in the right spots, and that'll be another big block at the net. And the Tigers are rolling here in the first set, taking an 18-11 lead, and that'll force another Carter Castle timeout.
So 18-11 right now, and Coach Castle is trying to regroup. Coach Miller is going to turn it over to her team and try and continue this energy. We'll be right back on the Tiger Sports Network. And we are back on the Tiger Sports Network. Both teams re-entering the court, and it's the Tigers right now with that 7-point advantage. They are getting ready, and Mac Ricketts is going to be the one who starts off the serving.
Yeah, just a very good and well-ran first set for your Tigers. They are executing the game plan to perfection right now with a 7-point lead. Another big block, and Folick is just having a field day at the net right now. The freshman playing super impressive. Hampton somehow able to keep that one up. Ricketts over to Linkhart. That'll get tipped. Big Red able to keep it up. A little miscommunication. Will they? Heastan moves it at the net. What a play from the fifth-year senior. And right now, this Tiger team just has Dennison all out of sorts. And you're able to see it. There's miscommunication. A lot of touches are flying way behind just the inbounds line. And the Tigers are rolling right now in the first set.
Ricketts going to send that serve over, and great spot. Kill attempt down. Folick able to keep it up. Heastan. Kill attempt, that one's gonna fall. Katie Heastan finding just the right spot past the outstretched arms of Jenna Correo, and the Tigers now 5 points away from claiming set number 1.
What a day she has had. Ricketts will send it over, and it'll somehow get over the net on that one. That'll be a pass to Anderson. White receives it, hits off the ceiling, and Hampton overruns it. Unfortunate architectural design right there. Throws off Ava Hampton, and Dennison will get the point.
I'll tell you what, man, it is just remarkable to see the amount of power that goes behind those Anderson kill attempts. And Allie White and those backline defenders are in such a tough position today because if you hit it, that ball is going to go careening off your arm. So you just have to be in perfect position. Hampton able to receive. Heastan kill attempt. You are kidding me.
You want to talk about power. Heastan is just all over the court right now. She is just phenomenal. And what impresses me the most is she's not someone who goes running up to the net and needs to jump. She just jumps off a pure vertical and is still able to get that high, get that amount of power and that accuracy, and then a serve just outside of the inbound line right there. Almost sneaks it in that back right corner.
Well, you want to talk about Katie Heastan's power. I've been talking about Lucy Anderson's. She just heated up the libero of the year in Jenna Correa.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's the amount of skill she has. Linkart right there, able to beat the block. And, I mean, it is just unfair when those two players are on fire. Mac Ricketts is one of your most dependable players. I mean, this Wittenberg offense, that might be the difference in today's game, is having those second and third options. Hampton sends that serve over. McCaskey, kill attempt down, great job by Hampton, able to dig it. Heastan's going to knock it over. Dennison in system, kill attempt down, it's blocked back by Kendall Robertson, 23-13. The Tigers have their biggest lead of the day.
What? I am speechless. Robertson and Schartz there meeting at the front of the net, and just a massive block, because that was a really good opportunity for Dennison. They get a free ball. They're able to set up and get a really good pass and kill attempt, but we're going to get a stoppage in play. The official's going to go over to the scorer's table to try to figure something out. Not sure exactly what it is, but it looks like we are ready to resume play. Ava Hampton will put this one in.
Ball put up by McCaskey. She's going to get a kill attempt down, and she is going to get it to fall off the hands of Mac Ricketts. So if the Dennison Big Red are going to make a run, now is the time. But you also are looking for a little bit of momentum going into game number 2.
Yeah, at this point, I mean, anything can happen, but it's going to be really hard. You know, there's a lot of unforced and unfortunate points that can go away in volleyball sometimes. And so it's going to be hard to string together this many points, especially when Robertson is playing like that. The timing, the placement, the power, the pass. Wittenberg now on set point for set number 1. Cam Callahan now will send this one away, trying to give the Tigers a 1-0 advantage. I really like the red arm sleeves from Cam today. Just a little bit, something a little different, something
spices
a little snazzy.
It up.
Yeah,
you know, it spices it up a little bit more. You know, and when you have a uniform matchup like this that has no color really, you know, it's great to get a little splash in there. Ball's going to be played. Ball's going to be hit out, and that is going to do it for set number 1. The Tigers are able to claim victory 25-14, and we go into set number 2. Let's go back to our little broadcaster cam real quick. JJ, obviously an incredible first set right there for the Tigers. They seemed to be in rhythm while Dennison did not. If you go back to that game played just a few days ago, it was Dennison that actually came out aggressive and was able to claim game number 1. Obviously, great performances, and we've highlighted those great players, but we had a feeling coming into today's game that it's going to be those unsung heroes that might be the difference, and I think that Olivia Follick was that one in set number 1.
Oh, 110%. It's like March Madness. You always have, you have your main players. They're going to come to play, and we've seen that. But what's going to set you over the edge in a tournament environment, a championship game, is those players who you are not normally seeing on this big stage performing like this, and she has played phenomenal. We talked about a little bit during break. She's been in and out of this lineup all year. She's seen some playing time, but not consistently. And today in the NCAC Conference Championship Tournament, she has seen a lot of playing time, and to be standing across the Conference Player of the Year and just staring eye to eye with her, she is 6'2", one of the best players in this conference, if not the best, has so much power and is such a phenomenal player. and you are able to go up there and challenge her one-on-one in the middle of the net and get a couple of massive blocks for this team, I think not only is it a huge play, but just the energy it produces, because you can just see it, the reactions from the bench, from Wittenberg's bench when Fallick did that, and it just sent shockwaves through this gym, and it has propelled them to a massive set 1 victory.
Absolutely. The Tigers win set number 1, 25-14. We will be right back on the Tiger Sports Network as the second set goes underway. We'll be right back.
Sweat a little bit. It's not even like they're playing that bad. It's just everything we are doing is exactly what we want. We're getting the ball perfectly. We're making our perfect touches, perfect serves, great passes, great kills. We're in great spots and positions, and we're very accurate right now with our hits. So everything is just, it's a well-oiled machine, like you said. All right, let's rock this.
NCAC tournament time. It is the championship between the Tigers and the Denison Big Red. Tigers claim victory in set number 1 by a score of 25-14. Let's see if Denison can flip the script or if the Tigers can prove one step closer to claiming another NCAC tournament.
Yeah, 100%. But like you talked about earlier, in the last week's matchup against Denison and Wittenberg, Denison flew out of the gates and won their first set in convincing manner just like that. But this is a 5-set game, and these teams, all it takes is one little spark, one little set of momentum to get you going, and all you need is, you're only down 1 set. Wittenberg still needs 2 set wins, and that's a good start. You talked about those unforced errors, those self-inflicted wounds. You can't have that in a championship game if you expect to win, and I think that's the first one we've seen from the Tigers all day.
So Denison takes that 1-0 lead. And now number 5 for the Big Red, Alice Kemp, the freshman, coming in to try and build on this Wittenberg deficit. Heastan able to receive. Ricketts. Oh, that one's going to be met at the net. That's something you don't see very often. Sophie Tite gives Denison that 2-0 lead. Usually, and it seemed right there, Mac Ricketts was a little mistimed, JJ.
Yeah, and you could tell she was in a very awkward spot too. That ball was still on Wittenberg's side, but that thing was falling right into the middle underneath the net. So she was put in a very uncomfortable spot. It's a good pass, a little bit far. Heaston's still able to get it over. Good opportunity now, Anderson. Oh, and a beautiful dig there from White. Heaston will just push it over again. Once again, Anderson in the middle. Just the timing just feels a little off for her so far, as we see that one just, she was already on her way down, almost hitting the ground by the time she was about to hit it, and you saw it just roll off her hand in result.
Kendall Robertson going to be the one to deliver serve for the Tigers. Tigers now on the right side of the court if you are watching at home. Denison on the left. Both teams rocking the white tops with black shorts. Robertson delivers serve over to the back corner. Ball's going to be tried to tip. Great job by Kendall Robertson putting her body on the line. Ricketts going to bump it over though. Denison, that one going to fall out. Tie game 2-2. And as you mentioned, the NCAC Player of the Year just seems a little bit off. When she obviously gets great contact, it's going to be almost impossible to stop. But Tigers have been kind of escaping her best game at the moment. Ball's going to be digged off by McCaskey. They're going to try it again. Great job by White, able to keep it up. Ricketts, that one's going to go off of her hand, a little bit awkward. And that is why she is not in the outside role. That is why she's usually in to setting people up.
But just some really impressive play on this back line to be able to corral Anderson when she does get some hits. Allie White has been phenomenal in this game because that's who Anderson's really been targeting on that back left corner of her hits. And Allie White's done a phenomenal job of, just like you said, she's not hitting the ball. She's just letting the ball come and hit her. And it's just going to bounce off with that because that's how much power Anderson's able to generate. But a good...
There it is. All right, point Wittenberg after a great score right there from who else, JJ? Olivia Foley.
Tigers tie it up now 3-3 after a thunderous start from the Big Red. Ricketts will send this one over. A really good serve. Carrero will receive. McCaskey sends it over and gets the point. McCaskey has been the best hitter by far for the Big Red so far early in set 2. In set 1, she was phenomenal. I mean, she had 3 kills on that first set, leading the Big Red, but another self-inflicted wound right there will tie the game back up.
See, this is a start right now for both teams where you can't tell if you should be happy or upset because neither team playing their best game at the moment. So you're saying who is going to be the one that gets into rhythm first? Heastan going to deliver a serve into the back line to Habib. Ball's going to be played. That one's going to be able to be defended. Linkhart's going to try and tip it over. That one falls.
Yeah, just beautiful placement right there. A little bit of miscommunication from Sophie Tite and Alice Kempf. You can kind of see Sophie Tite was in front of that ball and it went right over her head, and she turned around to Kempf thinking she would have had it, and Kempf was looking at her expecting her to get it. Tigers get a good opportunity. Sharks will send that one over, but that one will be just out of bounds there. A little bit of a chaotic set there for the Tigers. Didn't really feel like they were completely in their normal environment. You saw a lot of running around, a lot of just unique spots from the misplay on the serve, and that results in a over hit and out of bounds.
Tite delivers one back to the back line to Hampton. Linkhart kill attempt. That one is going to be played. Good job there from the Denison defense. Correa. That one's going to be bumped over. Tigers going to have a good opportunity here. Linkhart again with the kill, and Correa there again. Good job by this Denison defense being able to hold serve. That one is going to fall, and Denison reclaims the 6-5 lead. They're on a 2-0 run. And that might be the type of runs you can hope for in set number 2. It seems like, you got to be okay with just going at little increments at a time because it seems like both teams coming out a little bit off. Tite going to deliver another serve. Hampton's there to play it. Ricketts, Follick. That one is killed, but Denison able to hold serve again. Good job right there from Ricketts being able to play it. Linkhart, that one's going to fall. So Tyler Linkhart said, I'm tired of trying to be the hammer. I will try the rainbow.
Yeah, and the last couple of volleys, Linkhart's really gone for that big, powerful hit, and Denison is defending her like that. Her IQ and ability to be aware that Denison is doing that and goes with the soft touch is just another reason why she is such an impressive player. Linkhart once again, this time will send it over and some more miscommunication, and she will place it perfectly in between Sophia Tite and number 14, Sadie Habib.
Ava Hampton going to look to continue this little Rittenberg run. They're on a 2-0 run. Ball's going to be tried to hit over, but that one's going to go into the net. Tigers have their biggest lead of set number 2 at 2 points now, 8-6. And Hampton serving again.
Yeah, this is exactly the type of matchup we expected. That set 1 was a very phenomenal performance from Wittenberg, but we're expecting this back in a fourth gauntlet of a game. Hampton receives that one over to Ricketts. Robertson in the middle. That one will be just out of bounds. Denison back within 1.
Serving for Denison, number 7.
Kelly McCaskey now to send this one away. The serve is up and over. Good serve, Hampton receives. Pass to Ricketts. Oh, and a beautiful line drive pass. But Denison reads right into it. Over to Schartz. We'll send it over. Carrera is there to receive. This one will be sent over. It'll be tipped up. Linkhart's able to stay with it. Ricketts all the way over to Schartz. She'll go soft. Denison once again able to receive. This is the type of volleys we've been seeing all day. Linkhart now will send it down and end the volley just like that with a thunderous kill, and will give the Tigers a 2-point lead.
And it's always hard, JJ, when you make an incredible play, and then the way the rotation works is you have to check out, because Tyler Linkhart right there, I mean, she has been the offensive stalwart for this team in set number 2, which is really no surprise. I mean, you really look at her pound for pound, maybe the most important piece of this Wittenberg team when it comes to their success, not only in this tournament, but the NCAA tournament that's soon to follow. Cam is back there to serve. Callahan sends it over. Correo able to play it. Ball is going to be bumped over to the middle. McCaskey's going to get blocked by Kendall Robertson. Tigers now 10, Denison 7, and you got to wonder, even though it's a close score, does Coach Castle think about taking a timeout here pretty soon? Because it seems like Denison is just a little bit off on their offense. Oh, wow.
Oh, Hampton's able to receive and read it off the scoreboard, but now a free ball for Denison. A good pass. Now don't get tipped. Heastand is there to receive. Ricketts in the middle. Robertson. Carrera is able to keep it up. What a beautiful play. This will give a free ball now to Wittenberg. A little bit of a heavy pass, but that'll confuse Denison. And I think you're right. In a set like this, when does Castle take that timeout? A 4-point lead in this set feels like an 8-point lead in any other set. Cam still back to serve. She'll send it away. Another really good serve. Carrera is able to receive pass middle. And it goes out of bounds. A really good read from Cameron Callahan right there. And there it is. Castle will signal to the official first timeout as Wittenberg takes a 12-7 lead here in set number 2.
You know, you ask yourself right now, JJ, whereas that first set, we talked about it off air, Wittenberg seemed to just be doing everything right. Right now, it seems to be a mixture of Wittenberg's just not the one shooting themselves in the foot. I mean, right there, talk about the energy that it took. That Heastand hit after that kill. I mean, it was such a powerful shot from Kaylee Johns to be able to play it off of the Jumbotron and then still be able to stay within your system, stay calm, and make a play was so impressive. We'll be right back on the Tiger Sports Network. Tigers lead 12-7. And we are back now on the Tiger Sports Network after that timeout. 7-12, Tigers lead. And that one's going to be blocked. That one's going to be out. Tigers extend their lead to 13-7 now. They just continue to build on to their biggest lead of set number 2. And JJ, right now, you got to start to think that the Tigers are starting to get into that rhythm.
They definitely are, and when they get into that rhythm, it is almost impossible to stop. Robertson right now just controlling the net. In that first set alone, the Tigers had 10 total blocks to Denison's 0. So that just shows how much they're able to control that net and front line. Sharks times it up perfectly. Denison almost miraculously keeps it up, but now Wittenberg has doubled the score of Denison, and you can really feel the energy and just everything is going in favor of the Tigers right now, and it's really proving to be tough for Denison to stop. But I want to bring up a very valuable point. Wittenberg played a very short 3-0 game this morning, in which they dominated every set. Denison played a full 5-set back and forth intense game, and that's just another unforced or self-inflicted wound for the Big Red right there. And we're just not used to seeing them. We saw this team play last week. This is not usual play from them. And so what you really got to think, how much of this is maybe some fatigue, some tiredness, like whatever from that first game, because that is a long game to play, and then to turn around a couple hours later and have to play the juggernaut of Wittenberg in a championship game, like that's a very tough task for any team.
Well, no, and we saw it last year. Schartz is going to get a kill attempt down. Good job by the Wittenberg defense, able to play that block. You're kidding me. Hannah Schartz, welcome to the party. What a point right there. Kill attempt heated up that Denison defense, and they are now reeling down 9, almost a double-digit advantage for Wittenberg. But JJ, we looked at it last year, right? Denison was able to upset Wittenberg and host the NCAC conference last year and didn't make it to the finals. Were actually knocked out in the semifinals, and that was close to happening again today. So you had to think maybe some of those demons might have been coming back, creeping back into their mind, and they were able to get past it. But this Wittenberg team is different. I think we can all agree about that. They have been different all season. This is a very special group, and Denison's going to have to dig down deep here pretty soon.
Yeah, there's a reason they are 22-4 on the season and number 11 in the country, and taking down some juggernauts like Calvin, Hope, some of those big-name top 5 teams in the country, and they are just firing on all cylinders right now. But we will be right back after this short timeout to finish up set number 2.
So Cam Callahan still in the back line there for the Tigers, delivering serve. She has been nothing but impressive so far today. And now the Tigers will start it off, and that one is going to go out.
A bit of the broadcaster's jinx right there, right on cue. Talk about how special she has been. And one other thing I want to bring up, and it's a very special game and a very special moment. She's a very special person. Her story is nothing short of incredible. A cancer survivor, and just her ability to fight through adversity, still be here, still battling with some of those things and medical problems every day. This Tigers get another point. And she is still able to come out here and compete and perform as well as she does on the number 11 team in the country. It's just nothing short of amazing, and I just really wanted to share that because I feel like it's so valuable to her, and just to be able to view her perspective of this game.
Allie White sends it over. Almost another amazing serve. That's going to be an ace. And now Denison is just completely out of system. They look a little bit lost out there, and Wittenberg taking advantage of it. And, you know, Wittenberg never got to avenge that loss last season. They never played them in that conference tournament. You feel like maybe, especially for those girls that were part of that team, this might be an opportunity to kind of get back at this Big Red team. Good job right there, being able to find the soft spot from Anderson. And I mean, you want to talk about unsung heroes in set number 2. Hannah Schartz, she's a senior. Hannah has not had a lot of play time over her 4 years inside this program. She actually is another great track player. She's a great high jumper, am I correct,
Yes,
JJ?
you are correct. She's a phenomenal high jumper.
And you are seeing those skills put to use right there. Good kill attempt right there from Natalie Huttress. That one gets Denison into the double digits. And it's going to be number 5, Alice Kemp, delivering serve.
Denison now getting a couple of much-needed points back if they want any chance of crawling back into this set number 2. Still trailing by 8, but Robertson with a massive kill, and she has just been on a tear this whole game. And she has just controlled the front lines with her ability to time up blocks. But what's standing out to me is her ability to time up some of the hits she's gotten, and she has been able to time them up to perfection and place them perfectly, and she has been one of the best players on the court today. Another miscue on the serve, and you've got to think, it feels like the wheels are falling off the wagon for Denison. It feels like they've lost 3. They're still holding on to 1 because this game is nowhere near over. But Wittenberg is just firing on all cylinders right now, a well-oiled machine, and showing no signs of slowing down. And right on cue. That's number 2 in this set alone.
But it's so interesting, right, JJ, because these are plays that Denison did not make in that regular season matchup just last week, where the Tigers and Denison were very evenly matched, right? They came out and Denison were able to claim game set 1. Tigers took 2 and 3. Denison came back and took 4. And then that set number 5 was so competitive, as right there, another bit of an ace right there for Denison as Habib able to send it over.
Habib now will serve this one away for the Big Red. It'll be sent over. Allie White receives. Ricketts in the middle. And a pass to Folick. She'll send it over, and that'll get the point for the Tigers. But Folick once again making another impact in this game. Very impressive to be seeing a freshman doing this on one of the biggest stage. And all of the freshmen we have seen for this Tiger team on the court today, Allie White and Folick, have just been absolutely phenomenal. As Ricketts will send this one over. A really good serve. Pass middle to Anderson. It will go soft once again. The Tigers are ready for it. Ricketts over to Heastan, and she gears back and gets another kill for her mark.
So, JJ, I had the honor of being a foster parent for Katie Heastan for the first 2 months of the year. Obviously, both of us coming back in the grad program, and Katie needed a place to live in. Katie Heastan has such a addiction to being great, and you can see it in plays like that, and you can see it go throughout the rest of the team right there. What a great play right there.
She is the exact type of leader you need on a team like this when you have all the skill in the world, a very young and a little bit inexperienced group. She is the type of person you need, and that's going to be another block for this Tiger team. Big Red able to keep it up. Tigers get a free ball now. White to Ricketts, over to Linkart. She's going to go soft and place it perfectly. She has been using that soft touch so perfectly all day and just really throwing off this Denison team, as now they are on set point for set number 2 to take a commanding 2-0 lead. Ricketts sends it over. This one will go middle to Anderson. It'll get blocked down from Folick. The Tigers will take set number 2, and this place is on their feet, erupting as they can feel a conference tournament championship is in the reach for this Tiger team. Just a very impressive set number 2 as they take it 25-12.
Alrighty, so the Tigers lead this one 2-0. We go into the third. Esri goes into the stands. It is all excitement here inside Pam Evans Smith Arena. We'll be right back on the Tiger Sports Network to bring you the third set and me and JJ's favorite game, This or That. We'll be right back. Excitement is in the air right now for Wittenberg Tiger fans, but the excitement in this booth is palpable because it is time for me and JJ's favorite game. It is called This or That, and actually we have a special guest. Come on, Nathan. Come on in here. All right. So, trainer Nathan, we're playing a little game called This or That, okay? So, I'll give you the first one. Now, these are the hard ones because we are in the NCAC tournament. Would you rather see the future or be able to change the past? Would you rather be able to see the future or change the past? I'd rather see the future.
I think I would rather see the future as well. I think the past is the past. You just got to leave it there.
Nate?
But
I'm going to have to disagree. I'm going to have to go with the past.
Why?
Going with the past, you can go back and change things to change the future.
But maybe that's like how it was supposed to be, you know?
It could be, but I'm sticking with my answer, going with the past.
It's all right. We'll respect the answer. There is no judgment around here.
And then the last one, okay. Oh, this is a good one. This is a good word, okay? Would you rather be cherished or respected? That's a tough one. Cherished or respected?
Respected.
What is it? Id, ego, and superego? My id wants to be cherished, right? Like, because I see that as like a puppy, right? People cherish their puppies. Do people respect their puppies? They don't respect their puppies. I want to be respected. I would agree. I just upset it a lot. I just upset a lot of people with dogs.
That is okay.
Because they are going to definitely say I respect my dog. I'm sorry, I've never been a dog owner. We are back.
And Carrero is going to start this one out with an ace. A very good start for Denison, looking to find any way to get back into this one and really just stifle this well-oiled machine of the Wittenberg Tigers. Carrero will send this one away. Once again, it'll go over. Hampton's able to receive that one, but a little bit of a heavy touch will give Denison a free ball now. Pass over. That one will get blocked down once again from Robertson, as she is just all over the place in this one.
So right now, JJ, obviously, Denison going to play desperate. This is their season on the line, and Kendall Robertson's going to deliver the serve. But what kind of statement do you think that Coach Miller had to give to make sure that her team matches this energy?
You know, this is everything you could ask for. You've got the undefeated regular season. You're ranked 11th in the country. You've got a chance to host regionals. What better way to go into that than taking a 3-0 sweep on your home grounds against one of your biggest rivals, and to gain another conference championship for this program? I think it has every bit of meaning behind it. Folick once again with a beautiful touch, as she has just been on fire all game, and you can just see her comfortability growing as the game goes along, and she is just getting better and better and better.
Kendall Robertson going to deliver serve again. Tigers hold that 1-point lead, 2-1. We saw a little bit of a back and forth affair in that set number 2, and then the Tigers just really took over there once they hit that double-digit mark. Let's see if a team can get back into rhythm quicker. White going to bump it up into the air. K-Rob's going to hit it over. Denison's going to have a good offensive opportunity. Anderson, that's blocked at the net by Olivia Folick.
She is just incredible, and she has been showing it all day, and I love the energy that she's showing with it. To be a freshman on this stage, just dominating the way she is against the NCAC Player of the Year, and against a very phenomenal team in Denison. It's just so impressive. Robertson able to keep that one for the Tigers. She's saying will gear back. Carrero's there. He'll go middle. That one will get hit out of bounds. I couldn't tell. It looked like it might have gotten tipped, but the hit from number 11, Natalie Huttress, goes out of bounds as Tigers take a 4-1 lead here in set number 3, and a set point for your Wittenberg Tigers.
There it is. Every time we talk, JJ, something happens with the serve. So we are done complimenting the Tigers for the rest of the game. Honestly, we're done complimenting Denison either, because I don't like service errors, to be honest. I think that it takes something away, right? Because both of these teams, when the ball's in action, it's so exciting.
Yeah. It doesn't deserve to be given a point, I feel like, in that type of way, in this type of game. You got to let these teams battle it out, and we've just got to, we're just not going to say a word until the next serve comes to play.
Mac Ricketts is going to be the one to deliver the ball into play. You just got to speak it into existence. There you go. Ball's going to be played by Huttress. Ball batted back over. Huttress tried the kill attempt. Ricketts, he stand blocked. Good job right there from the front line of Denison.
And number 8, Sophie Tite, getting a massive block there, because you just felt it. It felt like it was going to be one of those iconic Katie Heathstand, just massive kills, and she geared back for that one, and the power on it. I mean, you saw how quick that ball, after it hit Heathstand's hands and went into Sophie Tite, I mean, that ball hit the ground after the block in about 0.2 seconds. That thing had a lot of velocity on it. Sharks will enter the game for Allie White, hoping to continue her good play in this one. and Heastan will go back to serve it away. Wittenberg leading 5-3.
This is a very dangerous lineup right now if you're the Tigers. If you can get something going offensively with Schartz, Linkhart, and Heastan. Ricketts, good job defending. Hampton, Linkhart, kill attempt down. That one's going to be playable. So good job by Dennison, at least giving him a chance. That one's going to be blocked. Correa unable to make the play, and that'll give the Tigers a 7-3 lead.
I love the point that you brought up. You've got Heastan, Schartz, Linkhart, and Folick in the game with Ricketts and Hampton probably arguably your two best passers. This is just a spelling and all-out assault to try to go and win this game right now, and I love the aggression from Miller. Soft touch now and a little miscommunication, and Dennison will get the point. But I can't express again, just to have Katie Heastan in the back row and know she is still able to get powerful kills from the back row just shows how dangerous and good she is, but this lineup can be. Anderson will send this one away. Hampton couldn't tell if she wanted to let it go out of bounds or not. She decides the latter, and it will go off her hands and give the ace to Anderson.
I think that's something that you see throughout a game like today, JJ, is it's so important to diversify your portfolio and your attacking. I mean, Anderson right now, and this is something you can't have happen, right? You can't let her get into a rhythm. But you also know when you have such a dominant offensive presence, would you rather have that or it dispersed evenly throughout your lineup? And right now, the Tigers have been effective with that, but they can't let Anderson get hot. Tyler Linkhart.
What an impressive touch. I don't even think Linkhart knew what she was kind of going for there. She's like, I just got to get a hand on this, try to get it over. And meanwhile, she just lets it roll off her fingertip, goes perfectly placed, gets the point for Wittenberg. And that's just got to be such a momentum killer for Dennison to have a hit like that, take away two big aces for Anderson. And then right away, number 7, Kelly McCaskey, who's been phenomenal all day, get a miss hit, and you just got to feel that's such a big swing to have two big aces, then have Tyler Linkhart soft touch go over once again, and then a miss hit go into the net.
Good idea right there from Huttress. That one's going to go down. Actually, that's Sophie Tite. Ball's going to try and get killed. Unable to do so by Johns. Correa able to put it up in the air. That one's going to be tipped over by McCaskey. Ricketts, K-Rob, there's some violation.
It looks like we're going to get, I did not see what the call ended up being, but what I really wanted to point out there was Wittenberg's front line, specifically Robertson and Linkhart, who have been phenomenal, Folick all day, of getting hands on these big hits and doing a really good job of deflecting them in good spots or even just getting blocks, is now forcing Dennison to go soft with their touches to get it over the net and play it over their hands, and that's just playing right into Wittenberg's favor. That Schartz will try to send it over to get blocked out of bounds. Point for the Tigers. Callahan will sub back into the game to serve, and last time she was in a spot like this is where Wittenberg went on a massive tear. So hoping to see her phenomenal serving once again as she'll send it over, and it is a very good serve. Dennison able to receive those when we pass over, and it'll go into the net. McCaskey, once again, 2 straight kill attempts for her go into the net. So you got to sense some frustration, it feels like, from this Dennison team right now. You can see it in a little bit of body language. You can see it with some of their touches, just super unusual. We saw it just from the last time we played them, but even back to the first set.
That ball's going to be hit out, and you can tell right now. There you go. Coach Castle's going to call one. 12-7. Tigers have built a 5-point lead over the Dennison Big Red. They lead 2-0, and this very well might be the perfect ending to this regular season conference tournament for the Wittenberg Tigers. We will be right back on the Tiger Sports Network. Returning now, Callahan sends it over. What a serve! And that's something you don't want to see if you are Coach Castle. You come out of a timeout and you get an immediate ace put against you. A little shimmy right there from Cam over to the bench. Feeling herself a little bit.
A phenomenal placement, a phenomenal ball. And
we can't talk. I cannot talk.
Cameron, we are so sorry for our curse that we have put on you after a phenomenal set of serves from you. Number 7, Kelly McCaskey, looking to get back on track. She will send this one over. A good serve. Hampton's able to receive. Ricketts in the middle now. Robertson once again. Just a little too far there. And that one will go out of bounds. A much-needed 2 points. And that will pull Denison back within 4. But one thing I do want to point out, too, this Denison team did trail 2-0 to Ohio Wesleyan earlier in today. So do not count this team out just yet. They are very capable. They have the skill. Oh, and what a beautiful block there from Denison. But a very impressive job from Sharks to get it over, but a good block. Robertson not able to get it, and that'll force a timeout from Wittenberg and Coach Miller.
You know, JJ, we're going to go to the caster cam real quick. We're going to go to the caster cam. Something you would say that's very interesting, actually, is the idea that they've already come back from a 2-0 deficit so far, even today. Now, obviously, OWU does not pose the challenge that Wittenberg might when it comes to, you know, all NCAC players, coaching staff of the year, when it comes to, you know, the pedigree. But Denison is a talented enough team to probably be able to pull on that experience from earlier today and still, you know, have some confidence in the fact that we can still come back.
Yeah, and it's very much a double-edged sword, because you got to think at one point, when does that fatigue start really setting in? You know, that is a lot of volleyball to be played, and then to take a break. It's hard to start your body up like that, play 110%, a full 5-set game, and then shut her down for a couple hours, and then try to restart it back up and play another long gauntlet of a game, this time against the number 11 team in the country. But if there is a team that can do it in this conference, it can be Denison. And right now they are trying to battle their way back into this one, making it a 3-point game now. McCaskey will send this one away.
So McCaskey sends it over to Heastan. Both able to play it somehow. And that one's going to get blocked. I tell you what, if the Tigers come away with this point, after that, there he goes. All right, there is justice in the world. Don't worry, because that was a terrible serve receive. And it was it was just, Tigers seemed a little bit off, but you are starting to feel a little bit of a momentum shift, it feels like, in Denison's favor. Ricketts, that one's going to get blocked at the net. Good job right there by Johns.
Yeah, and now a 1-point game, and you can really feel the momentum shifting now. The energy on the court from their players, the energy from the bench, the energy from their traveling fan base here, which is right below us, is really starting to show here. McCaskey with another really good serve. Hampton receives. Ricketts this time over to Sharks, will send it over. That one will get tipped. It was going out, but McCaskey goes for it and touches it right before it was about to hit out of bounds. Wittenberg kind of, they catch a break right there, because it very much should have been a tie game right now. But these are the type of errors we've been seeing from Denison all day, and that's just been the difference that's really kept the momentum on Wittenberg's side.
Allie White sends it over. Ball is going to be rainbowed. What a save right there from Ava Hampton, able to put a hand underneath it. That ball is going to be killed, though, beating the Wittenberg block.
And I actually learned the term from that when I was commentating with my good friend Aaron Miller. He's a part of our men's volleyball team here. He told me that is called a pancake. When you stick your hand right under there and just try to let it hit you, and Hampton does it to perfection. We've seen her do it a couple times this year. It's such an impressive and fun play to watch.
Callahan able to receive the serve. Heastan seemed a little bit off, but almost a great kill. And Callahan, that one's going to go off the arm. We have a tie game here inside Pam Evans-Smith. This Denison traveling crowd is very excited right now.
And this is the server you want. You want your libero of the year, Carrero, up there to send it away. And she will.
It's actually getting ridiculous, I think.
That is number 5 in the last 2 sets alone that we have said something positive about the server, and it has ended in a Server error.
I really do feel bad about it. Reagan Kane checking in for the Tigers. She's been a great freshman addition this year. That one's going to go to the back line to McCaskey.
Hutchers now will send that one over.
Follick going to hit it back to McCaskey. Kill attempt down, and that one's going to be point Denison. Game tied up at 15 all. That point right there from Sydney Gossard. So checking in now, number 5, Alice Kemp.
Now going a small lineup. Is a big switch up from what we saw earlier in this set. We got Callahan, Allie White, Ava Hampton, Mac Ricketts, Olivia Folick, and Katie Heastan. And this one, White able to receive. Folick with another good running spike attempt there, but Hutchers now will send it over. Cam is there to get it. Over to Heastan, he'll gear back and a massive block. And Denison will take their first lead in this late in a set. I've seen them lead like 1-0, 2-1, but they have not taken the lead this late in a set in any of the sets so far. So they've got all the momentum in the world, and they will send this one away, trying to extend their lead. A good serve. Cam will receive it over to White. Heastan will be there to receive it, and that'll be tipped down. Tigers able to keep it up. Heastan once again, gear back, and that'll be a big block. Lucy Anderson now imposing her will at the net, using those big long arms and that big frame and those ability, the jumping ability to just meet Heastan at the net and gets a massive block right there.
I'll tell you, JJ, it gets very interesting if Denison is able to come away and come back and win set number 3, because all of those nerves can start to come back if you're any opponent, but especially the Tigers. Ball's going to be played over in the back left corner. Hampton able to play it. Ricketts tries to set it over, but the Denison defense is set up and ready for it. Anderson doesn't get a good shot on it either. Ricketts, that one falls in bounds. 17-16, Denison still leads. Mac Ricketts is going to go back to serve. Callahan checks out.
And now your leading outside hitter on the day, leading the game with 9 kills, Tyler Linkhart, enters back in, trying to regain that momentum and finish this one off.
Heastan able to play it. Linkhart, the killer you said, JJ, right there, takes a little bit off of it. Good play right there. Right now, Coach Castle trying to coach up his squad. Linkhart has almost gone entirely away from her bread and butter, which is usually that powerful kill attempt from the outside. She's going for a much more kind of controlled type offensive attack right now.
Yeah, and a lot of it plays into what we talked about earlier. Denison is playing her for the big hit, as they should, because her big hit ability is second to none, it feels like. Gonna get a whistle, and it'll be point Wittenberg. And Wittenberg right away, 3-point swing for them, and they will retake the lead.
And this is where championship moxie kind of comes in. If you're either team, right? You've had both teams go on runs. Which team is going to be able? Then that one right there again, a point for the Tigers. And
Coach Castle will call his second and last time out here, trying to come up with one more push to extend this game.
This is the one thing that if you're a Denison player, don't get swept. Right? That's what you're thinking right now. Push it into that 4th set, and then once you're in that 4th set, push it into that last one, right? But right now, I know that Coach Castle is going to be digging into everything that they have left, and I know Coach Miller right now is going to be telling them, hey, we are so close. We can put this thing away on our home court. How good would it feel to have a 3-0 sweep of one of our rivals? And I know that there are a lot of fans going around, not only inside Pam Evans Smith Arena, but we have fans all over the country right now watching this game, JJ. I actually just got a message from all the way in the UK. I would like to give a special shout out to Abigail Yunker, old Yunks, a former women's basketball player here. Absolutely fantastic. Now dominating across the pond, you know. Yams to you, Abby. Yams to you. So now both teams coming back out onto the court.
Ricketts at the helm now to serve this one away, and she is one of the servers you would want to try to close this one out. 6 points, almost said 5 points. My math was almost off. 6 points away from a conference tournament championship, and that's going to be a Denison point. But yeah, you brought up a very good point. If you're Denison, you cannot get it all back at once. You cannot get it all back at once. You just got to keep going one set at a time, 1 point at a time. Because that's all you can do. You can control what you can control. The last 2 sets, they've already happened. Yeah, you're down 2-0, but there's still game to be played.
Ball's going to be played in the back line. He stands on try and kill it. Ball is going to be played. Follett going to be able to hit it up. Ricketts, Linkhart tries again to take a little bit off of it. Kill attempt down, back. Oh, great job by Allie White sticking with that one. He stand, kill attempt, buck, back. Ricketts going to play it. Linkhart. Oh, wow. Great placement still. Anderson blocked at the net. McCaskey. Hampton's going to play it off. Linkhart, and they're going to have to bump it over. So Denison's going to have an offensive opportunity. Anderson on the run. Hampton again, a great volley. Follick, that one's not going to fall. McCaskey's going to have to bump it over. Allie White, Ricketts, he stand. That one's not going to fall either. Somebody's going to have to score this point. McCaskey's going to hit it off of the net, but it seems like it was a block. This one is still in play. Hampton, Linkhart, that one falls. Wow.
What a thunderous point, but what a long point and it was a massive one for both teams. If you're Denison, you get that, you tie it up. If you're Wittenberg, you go back up 2, you're the first to 20, and you saw the crowd erupt after that point. And that is another big play from your Tiger team, and Linkhart's the one to close it out. A very impressive volley from both sides. Caskey will send that one over. Schartz is there. Pass to Ricketts. Goes middle to Follick, and she places it perfectly. I tell you what, she is just incredible. It's incredible. She has somehow gotten better as this game's gone along, and she was phenomenal to start it. So now you're starting to really feel it here in Pam Evans Smith Arena. Your Tigers leading 21-18, trying to close it out and sweep for that conference tournament title. Anderson with a massive kill. What a play from Schartz, and what a receive and dig there from both Ricketts and Heaston. Now Linkhart will send it over. Big kill, might hit the scoreboard. It does. Denison's able to read it. This one will be over. Heaston now. Ricketts middle. Oh, what a play from Follick. Once again, the time she jumped before Ricketts even passed that ball. She was in the air just waiting for it.
I thought she was a decoy.
I thought she was too. And then out of nowhere, she hits that one, just sends a rocket right at the back row. They didn't have time to react because I think it was going to go out of bounds. But they didn't have time to react. Tigers take a 4-point lead now.
3 points away from the championship. Linkhart, that kill attempt is going to be blocked at the net. Going to be hit up. Trying to find any positioning. Right now, the spacing for Denison's offense is poor. Follick going to be blocked at the net, and that one is going to be a point for Denison. So cut back down to 3. So 3 is the magic number for both teams. 3-point deficit for Denison. 3 points to claim an NCAC title for the Wittenberg Tigers. And now number 16, Lucy Anderson, going to be the one back there to serve. Anderson delivers the serve. Schartz going to be the one to try and kill it, but unable to get past that Denison defense. That one's going to be blocked. Tyler Linkhart, Olivia Follick. She's incredible.
She is incredible. And look at the bench right now as she runs through. She's getting all the handshakes. She's getting all the high fives. All smiles for Wittenberg right now as they are 2 points away from closing it out. Hampton with a good serve. This one will be over, and that'll get blocked out of bounds. But once again, just they are controlling the net right now, and they've controlled it all game. After set number 2, we led in total blocks 14-0.
And when your best player, if you're Denison, lives at that front net, the fact that the Tigers have been so good at kind of controlling the pace is so impressive. Schartz able to play it. Kill attempt down. Tyler Linkhart puts it down. The Tigers are 1 point away from winning the NCAC conference. All the Wittenberg faithful up on their feet. And Cam Callahan is the one that will deliver the serve. Callahan sends it over. Played by Habib in the back. Set over to McCaskey. McCaskey gonna put it up. Hampton able to knock it. He stand. And Ricketts going to have to hit it over. Habib, set, Johns. Oh, wow.
What a hit there from number 19, Kaylee Johns. And she's been very impressive today. I'm surprised they haven't gone to her more because when she's had the chance at the net, she has punished the ball.
Anderson still not able to check in, so McCaskey's going to be there on the back line, 24-21. McCaskey delivers serve. Callahan able to play it. Ricketts, Sharks for the championship, unable to make it. That one's going to be hit back. That one's going to be played by Heastan. Ricketts, that one does it! Magic Ricketts does it again! The no-look! They thought she was going to set up Kendall Robertson. She is absolutely incredible! And the Wittenberg Tigers are the NCAC champions. And my Lord, JJ, it feels like the entire season was being built to that moment.
That was just, everything just exploded in this gym. It was one of the coolest experiences to see the energy, the passion from this team. They're having so much fun, and that's what I commend about them. So they go out there and they dominate teams, and they do it with a smile on their face. They're having fun with their friends. They're playing just good old volleyball. This is the sport they love, and they are showing it, and they are doing everything right. They improve and get another conference championship on their trophy case.
The gold standard, right? You got to say the gold standard of Wittenberg athletics is this squad right here. Well, you got to say the golf team, who is also just incredible, the men's golf team. You look at those two sports. We were actually talking about it today on the football broadcast. And, I mean, it is just incredible to me to see what this team has accomplished year in and year out, knowing that every single year you're going to get team's best shot, and the fact that every single year they are able to take it. I mean, it is just absolutely incredible. Make sure to stay tuned for post-game coverage of this game as the NCAC All Honors team is going to be announced along with the tournament MVP. I have some ideas, but I'll be interested to see who actually ends up getting the title. For everyone part of the Tiger Sports Network, I will turn it over to the overtime kind of business, and we'll let the PA announcer, Brett Billhart, take it from here. But JJ, an absolutely incredible experience to do this with you this year, and I'm not going to jinx it, but I think there's maybe an opportunity that we might be back here for NCAA action.
That would be the goal, and it's looking really good for it, and what an experience that would be. The energy behind this was incredible. I couldn't imagine an NCAA tournament being hosted here, and if any team deserves it, it's this team right here. They have dominated the region. They have dominated almost every team they have played with a record of 24-4 on the year, counting these tournament games. So just they've done everything right. The only thing left to do is take it into the postseason.
For everyone here in the Tiger Sports Network crew, for JJ Weisenberger, this is Sam Monachino signing off. Thank you so much for watching, and make sure to stay tuned for the revealing of the MVP and the trophy presentation. Thank you so much.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we would like to honor our contestants and make the presentation of the North Coast Athletic Conference Women's Volleyball Tournament Championship Awards. Making the presentation is NCAC Executive Director Carrie Alexander Lahusky and Wittenberg University Faculty Athletic Representative Lindsay Meermans. We first want to recognize the 2022 All-Tournament team. From Hiram, Kelly Hoffman. From Ohio Wesleyan, Eliza Richardson. From Denison, number 1, Jenna Correo. From Denison, number 16, Lucy Anderson. From Wittenberg University, freshman number 4, Olivia From Wittenberg, junior, number 9, Tyler Linkar. And your tournament's most valuable player, from Wittenberg, graduate student, number 18, Please stand.
We're going to go to a press conference after all this.
Now we would like to recognize our tournament runner-up, Denison University. The Big Red finished the regular season in 2nd place in the NCAC and have compiled an outstanding overall record of 13-13. Let's have a big round of applause for Denison head coach Carter Castle, the Denison University Big Red, the North Coast Athletic Conference Women's Volleyball Tournament runner-up. Our champion, Wittenberg University, has now claimed its league-leading